Okay, hey fam, welcome to I Love Me, Me, Me. So today I have one of my good friends to come and chat with us today, Mr. Keith Jones. He is an entrepreneur, and today we're going to discuss how you actually can apply some business concepts to your relationship and why it's actually the right way to do that. So if you're watching this on Keith's channel, you can find my information in his description box below. I am at youtube.com/I love me, which is ILMEME. And if you are watching this content on Keith's channel, then you can, I messed that up. I'm supposed to be saying me. So if you're actually watching this on my channel, I will put Keith's information in the description box below. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Is there something that you would like to add before we get started, Keith?
Yes, yes. If you're watching this show on, I Me Me Me's channel, you can get in contact with me on Facebook, www.facebook.com/D4OURG, or Google me on YouTube, Keith L. Jones, aka the Coach. I'm ready. You got me in the hot seat over here, sister. I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. So the very first question, we're going to just go ahead and jump right into it, is why would you apply your business knowledge to attaining a healthy romantic relationship? Why would you do that?
All right, great. That's actually a great question. The reason why I would apply my business knowledge to attain a healthy relationship, because anything that we do nowadays, the way my mind is focused on life, is a business. It's a partnership when you get married. So when it comes down to it, a marriage or a relationship is the emotional business. You got to invest things into that relationship in order for it to reap the benefits and the rewards. So as you go along in business, you learn different strategies and techniques, and you can pretty much use that within a relationship. You have to build that relationship. You have to nurture it. You have to, expect certain rewards from that relationship. And if you're not receiving those types of ROIs, return on investment, it's not a healthy relationship. If, in the nutshell, you have to apply what you learn in life and business into a relationship to have it blossom and to grow. Because a relationship or marriage is one of the biggest, businesses there are. That's why you sign a paper. Next, let's go. I'm ready.
Well, those are actually really, really great points, and I'm glad that you brought that up. So again, in business, let's go with the next question. So in a relationship and in business, there are risks. So how do you know when it's time to move forward or to walk away from a relationship?
Well, first, to piggyback off my last answer, what is basically, if your your ROI, your return on investment, is not high enough. If you're always putting into a relationship and you're not receiving anything back on your investment to that relationship, well, that's a clear-cut sign that it's time to move forward. In certain relationships / businesses, the two parties just don't match. They everyone want to be a chief and no one want to be an Indian. And somebody has to lead. Someone has to follow. I'm not saying that person has to lead 100% of the time. Well, it might be certain situations where the male has to lead. Finances, sports, whatever the case may be. In certain situations where the female has to lead, clothing, style, the house, things of that nature. So if your needs are not being met, if your business, your relationship is not growing and producing fruit, that's a clear-cut sign that it's time to move forward.
Yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Okay. That's really good too.
You got me over here drinking now. I'm just saying, you got me over here drinking now. So I'm just letting know.
Got you in the hot seat, so now you're drinking. Mm-hmm. He been drinking.
You've been drinking. Okay. They say the truth come out when you drink it, so let's go.
It absolutely does. Okay, so the next question is, how does a person use their management skills within the relationship so it stays healthy and balanced?
Well, the biggest part of management skills in business is time management skills. You know, you have to be organized. You have to have set times to do things. So to keep a relationship balanced and healthy, you just have to utilize the, time management skills that you learn from running your business. And in the lack of better words, write in those particular times to spend with your significant other. So you might say, Friday, you know what, I'm going to finish everything I got to do by 5 o'clock. From 5 o'clock until whatever date or time you set, that's for you. So you know that Friday is our date night, or whatever the case may be. But you basically learn to utilize your time management skills. Once you control time, you control the amount of money you make, the amount of investment you put into your relationship, how that relationship blossoms. Because that's where a lot of relationships, fall to the wayside because of the time factor. I know in certain females I've talked to and spoke with, well, he don't spend time with me. You hear it a lot in the music industry. They always in the studio. He's at the studio till 4 o'clock in the morning, but that person doesn't understand that's when they're most creative. It's not that they, I can say all the time, but it's not like they're, cheating on you. That's their business. That's what they do. However, if you don't have time management skills to work that significant other in, or even invite them to the studio, they would never know. So controlling your time. If you could control your time in a relationship and schedule, deposits of time to put in with your spouse, you're not going to have a successful relationship. So once you learn how to control your time, you'll be able to, grow a healthy and more balanced relationship, in my opinion.
Those are actually really great points, especially like you said with the time management. You definitely have to manage your time in any relationship, and really any relationship, not just a romantic one, like your friendships, your family, every relationship that you have to manage your time and be able to fit them in, because that is the only way that the relationship works. And that's any relationship. You have to spend time with your friends. You have to spend time with your spouse. You have to spend time with everybody that's on your list, including the kids and everybody. Everybody has to get a piece of your time. So you're right. You definitely have to manage your time. All right. So,
hey, Mashawn, just to piggyback off that last question, and I'm just going by my experience, and that's one thing that I can honestly say hurt some relationships in the beginning of my business, endeavors, is because I didn't know how to manage my time the way I do now. I was just gung-ho. I was going 300% because I seen what I want, and that's all I cared about at that time, because I wanted to change my lifestyle because I seen a vision. But what I realized is, as I went along this process, by controlling my time, I will be able to do more things. I wasn't controlling in the beginning, in a relationship, in friendships, in just in life. But as I started learning how to control my time more, my other relationships started blossoming, if that makes sense.
It definitely makes sense. And again, that's just the only way that it happens. So I'm very glad that you actually learned the lesson. So in your future relationships, it's not something that you have to worry about, at least managing your time and giving that person time. So that's really good that you that you learned that. Okay, so my last what you gonna say?
I just said we learn. We learn from our mistakes.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Well, they say experience is the best teacher. It is. Mm-hmm. All right. So my last and final question. Like in business, you might receive multiple offers, right? So is there a process of elimination when you're choosing between two front-running women? And if there is, then what's the process? And how do you know that you're choosing the best woman?
Well, I'm speaking in future tense because I don't have no front runners now, and I'm currently single. Okay. But one of the questions, it really comes down to the mental and where that individual is. It's a lot of people out here that want to live like the Joneses. No point intent. My last name is Jones, but want to live like the Joneses, but they don't understand what it takes to get to where the Joneses is at. A lot of people especially females these days, some males, but majority of females watch these reality TV shows and see these lives that these reality TV stars, quote unquote stars, are living, but they don't show the struggle it took for them to get there. So it really depends on their mental state. And one of the questions that I encourage, I don't know if I should let the cat out the bag, but for men to ask is, I would ask a female or females, what's their favorite position? Notice I said, what's your favorite position? I didn't say it had to be a sexual position or, whatever the case may be. Just what's your favorite position? Depending on where the mindset of that female is, she's going to say something sexual, but that's not what I'm looking for. The answer that I'm looking for is CEO, the position of a CEO. So if someone, I might have let the cat out the bag. So if you're watching and I ask you, you be like CEO. Nah, I know you watched that video with me and me on there. So, but if it's two front runners, looks are good. I'm a very I'm a person that looks on physical features. I love, don't get me wrong, breasts and a little blight on them, but it really comes down to mental. It's going to take a person that understands what I put myself through and what I'm going through to be able to be in a relationship with me, because I'm not the typical person out here that's working a 9-to-5 job and not when I get home from work it's over. I run my own business. I'm running multiple businesses, so I stay up to the wee hours at night before I pass out on my computer screen. So it really comes down to where you at mentally. A couple questions that I might ask just to see, hypothetically speaking questions, just to find out. But if it's one person that if it's two front runners, one doesn't have a business mindset, the other one does, I'm going with the one that does, because they will understand and be able to relate to me more. So, but that's me, and I'm attempting to run a business. It might be for somebody else that's just working a job. Maybe they don't want to be with someone that's running a business because they want more me time with that person. However, you just got to find, my advice would be just find someone that you're compatible with, that's going to have your back, that's going to be there when you up and when you down, because especially in business, I could be down at one moment. I want to ride or die. Be with me while I'm down, not only while I'm up. So that's pretty much my answer. I just want to make sure that they're sincere. There's no underlying reasons why they're trying to be in a relationship with me, want me to pay their house, their rent, or, what I'm saying? I want to be with a partner. It's a business. A relationship is a business. Let me choose if I'm going to do that for you from the kindness of my heart. And that's my story.
So
I'm going to stick with it.
What you said is you try to trip her up in the beginning with your hypothetical questions, huh?
yeah, definitely. And, one thing that I do is, what I'm going through, I'm very transparent of my current situation. And that alleviates a lot of people that's there for the wrong reason anyway. So, what I'm saying? Like, my struggle is my struggle. You might see me, a year from now, but not really realize or recognize what I've been through to get to where I'm at. I had to have a huge slice of humble pie to, continue to go the path I'm on currently. So I definitely just be honest, let people know this is what I'm going through, this is how I'm living, but this is where I see myself in 5 years. So the real person will stand up. A true female that's all about her king will stand up and, present themselves.
Well, you definitely brought up some key points, and definitely you want to find somebody that is there for the right reasons. Absolutely. I think that a lot of people do get lost in trying to keep up with the Joneses. Absolutely. But I do think that those are the people that don't have the same type of mindset, especially where you are in life. we want somebody that is on the same mindset that we're on. So if you're looking for ratchet, you just pretty much because you probably ratchet yourself. You ratchet people, but you probably ratchet yourself. A lot of times we don't look in the mirror and really see the person that's standing there. We try to blame it on other people. So I think that what you're saying is absolutely right. I'm glad that you're learning from your mistakes, because absolutely that helps us all out. And so I want to thank you for coming to speak today, and definitely come to speak to my audience, and definitely speaking to your own audience. And is there anything that you want to say, to add to, before we end it up, wrap it up?
Anytime, anything. Thank you for having me on your show. Anytime you need me, you know, Munchie, I'm gonna call you Munchie. Yeah. Anytime you need me, Munchie. That's where I know. That's who I know. All this facade in front of me right now. I don't know that. I know Munchie. You know what I'm saying? But anytime, Miss, you know, you've been a close friend of mine for a while. You supported me in different endeavors. You know, even flew from, you know, California to a ski trip that I had one time. We had fun. So thank you. Anytime you need me for whatever, I'm here for you. So thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you very much. I will see you guys in the next video. 2 finger salute.
Deuces.